Hey everybody, thanks for being here with me. Thanks for having me, Vlad. Thank you. This guy's the best. So I want to start with some questions before I get into the product. I'm sure we're all like a very motivated bunch of people, but have any of you guys ever struggled with like motivation before? Just raise your hands if you struggle with like motivation. You're like, I'm gonna do it, and you can do it. There's a lot of us. Okay, it's pretty normal. I'm going to go a little bit deeper. Has anybody ever actually had an accountability partner before to keep them accountable for trying to do something? Raise your hands if you have. A few of us, okay. And then have anybody actually like committed to something using money? Like giving a friend, yeah, okay. A few of us. I love doing that. That's one of the reasons why we created Commit Club. Because I would commit to different things with money. I would say, give me back $20 I'm going to give you $100. I'm going to make it to the gym for the next 5 days. Give me back $20 each day that I go. A bunch of different things, and I love committing to things, and I love people keeping me accountable for things. It motivates me and it helps me. And Leon loves productivity apps. He loves productivity tools. We've both been in crypto for a long time, and we said, what can we do? How can we combine these both? And we thought of Commit Club. So the way that Commit Club works, this is our version 1. This is live on Mainnet. Anyone can use this right now. Works on mobile, works on desktop, works on tablet. And you commit to a daily challenge with Ether. And you stake a challenge on yourself. Every day that you check in, you get a portion of your stake back, and if you miss a check-in, then you lose whatever you haven't earned back, and the money that you lose gets distributed to everybody being successful. So every day that you check in, you get your own stake back, and you get the money that others have lost. And this is all live. Anyone who's an early user now will get DAO tokens similar to the ENS airdrop that just happened, which was very sweet. And I'll show you creating a challenge. So, let's say I've had a hard week and I'm like, I got to do meditation for the next 7 days. This is really going to help me. So I'm going to commit to like a 7-day guided breathing meditation. So I'll open up the app. I'll write it in. Guided daily breathing, similar to Wim Hof. I don't know if any of you guys do Wim Hof. I love Wim Hof. Totally recommend it. And you click let's do it. I want to do it for 7 days. I want to do it for a week, and let's go crazy and commit 7eth, because it's a very important challenge. And it does the math, so every day that you check in, you get 1eth back. And if you miss a check-in, then whatever you haven't earned back is distributed to everybody else. And you would click challenge accepted. I'll show you successful challenges. So this one is what I was doing. I was messaging influencers each day about branded challenges for Commit Club. And you see the title. You see the total that's committed. There's a journal. Then there's like an explanation. This is a public share page, so you can take your challenges. You can share them on social media. You can share them anywhere. And we're building in a lot more sharing functionality as well. And this is what a challenge looks like. And then there's like challenge cards you could check in. Let me go back to the homepage now. And I'm going to talk about the future of Commit Club. That is our version 1. And where we're headed with this is we're turning Commit Club into a platform that can be used to incentivize people into doing any trackable action using digital assets. So people means yourself, or it means a group. A trackable action is something that can be tracked with an oracle, which is lots of things. And a digital asset can be NFTs, DAO tokens, various cryptocurrencies. And we're decentralizing everything. So we are turning all of the challenges into smart contracts. And then in the future, we're going to, we're going to decentralize this into a full-on DAO. So it's going to be the first publicly owned commitment device. That's what we're turning Commit Club into. Then there's going to be a blockchain API to connect to oracles. So like Oracle functionality with Commit Club can get like really, really insane. There are wearables that can measure nicotine in your sweat if you say that you want to commit to quitting smoking. Like it goes way beyond just like a simple like fitness tracker or ed tech tracker or something. Like with wearables, things get really, really, really wild. And we're starting by building this blockchain API to a select few oracles, and then we're going to open it up so that anyone can connect to it. There's variable challenges, which I'm very excited for. Right now, we only have daily challenges. In the future, we're going to have weekly challenges. We're going to have monthly challenges. We're going to have single goal-based challenges. So if you say you want to commit to something by a certain day, you can do that. Does anybody here watch Seinfeld? Has anybody here ever seen the show Seinfeld? Yeah, this guy. So Seinfeld was a very popular American sitcom, and there was this very famous episode in Seinfeld where the group of friends committed to quitting masturbation by each person put in like $20. And whoever went the longest won the pot. And it was a very funny episode, but you'd be able to do that actually with Commit Club, and because we're inspired by Seinfeld. Who isn't? What is it? Well, that's like a chastity. Probably, I wouldn't want to wear that wearable. Putting in groups, as I just discussed with the Seinfeld example. DeFi staking, so you can earn APY on your stake. We can also do things like no-loss lotteries. And then things get really, really crazy with sponsorships. And sponsorships is basically you can put up a bounty of any digital asset for somebody to achieve something as tracked by an oracle. So like it could be something as simple as a mom sponsoring her son to doing Spanish practice in Duolingo every day or practicing on Coursera. It can be a little bit more complex. It can be Nike sponsoring a disabled runner who's training for a marathon. Or it can be like a boss who sponsors her employees for hitting sales quotas through Salesforce with various digital assets, with DAO tokens, NFTs, cryptocurrencies they can get paid. Or it can be an anonymous person sponsoring and it's all going to be decentralized, so who knows what people are going to make. It can be an anonymous person sponsoring another anonymous person into achieving a goal that is measured by an oracle. So sponsorships are going to be really, really nuts. Then achievement NFTs. Does anybody here know of the project? Does anybody here know the project called POAP? POAPs? Yeah, POAP is a very sweet project. We're influenced a lot by it. And I can show the NFT preview page. So something that I think about a lot is what if POAP had a lot more metadata fields? So we're building NFT badges for achievements with tons of different metadata fields. Lots of things can give the badges value, such as who was a person to actually like mint the badge. In this example, it's Elon Musk committing to a social media cleanse, as measured by the Oracle rescue time. And then you can also have like special artists making the badges, like Banksy. And then there could be this whole like kind of like baseball cards, this whole different things. Badges can either have value or they can just be for fun, kind of like POAP. And we'll probably fork POAP in order to do this. And then we're turning it all into a DAO. So that's all about Commit Club. That's the project. That's where we're headed. I'll open it up to questions. If anybody has questions, I'd love to answer. Yeah, that's an awesome question. Our thesis was that for the version 1, there would be some people who are just kind of motivated by the honor system. There are some people who don't want to lie to themselves. That is definitely not a large majority of the population, which is one of the reasons why we built Commit Club. But to address cheating, that's where Oracle functionality will come in. And then, like, depending on the sophistication of the Oracle integration, we can go many layers into protecting against the cheating, or it can just be the app measures it very simply. But it depends. Also with groups, I think it's less likely that within a tight-knit group of friends that someone is going to lie. So I think groups and Oracle functionality kind of protect against cheating. Right now, this is a group loser pool. Like everyone on the app shares one loser pool. People can lie, people can cheat, but hopefully a lot of people will not want to lie to themselves. Thank you for the question. Yes?
Which Oracle are you going to use?
It depends. There's many different oracles that we can open up to. We can also integrate with Zapier and connect to many, many, many different ones at once. We could use Rescue Time as a really great example, because Rescue Time tracks the websites that you go to and the amount of time that you spend on those websites, and the same with apps. So Rescue Time is like a great example to start with, but it can also be like a fitness app like Nike Run Club or something. So it depends on the direction that we want to go, but we also want to open it up so that anyone can connect their app to use as an Oracle on Commit Club. Yes? This is built on Ethereum main chain. Someone else had a question? I think there's a lot of potential. I think there's a potential in many different fields. Organizations that, like non-Web3 organizations that want a tasteful way to get into Web3 can give their customers challenges to do, and the customers are rewarded with branded NFTs. It can be a group of friends using this to just improve themselves together as a group. There could be a social good aspect where a community is committing to cleaning up something or to doing something that just benefits the community as a whole. Communities want to commit to improving their communities, the local communities and the larger communities. And then there's also a lot of potential for just big organizations that are implementing L&D initiatives, learning and development initiatives, where people are committing to learning a different skill. And the best way to do that is to small chunk it out every day or every week. The two ongoing challenges that I have now are a 20-minute daily meditation challenge and a burpee challenge. If anyone here knows what the exercise burpees are, I do burpees every day. And those are both 30-day challenges. So lots of different things are like so beneficial with a daily challenge. I think like mediocrity can be ended if people take up like cornerstone habits and daily challenges. Like even 5 minutes of daily meditation can make you less anxious and less stressed out than the norm. And that's kind of like what we want to do for the world. Yeah, please. Yeah, absolutely. The example that one of the examples that we were thinking of, it could be like a CRM integration, where people hit their quotas within their CRM and are rewarded for it. I think that's but there's like lots of things that can be measured, like even like different email types and email output and things that I'm just not even able to think about right now. Like I can't even really imagine the ways. I think I know how people might use this, but oftentimes it's not really what the developers imagined. So I hope and I think it could get quite crazy. Yes? Right now it's only ETH, and we're opening it up to other cryptocurrencies as well. Yeah, so you only pay a transaction when you deposit and then when you withdraw. So hopefully you make enough money from the loser pool, which that pays for the transaction fees. So I think the transaction fee to deposit will be $5 or $10, and then the transaction fee to withdraw will also be $5 or $10. So like I've only been showing this to friends now. You guys are like the first people to see this publicly. And even with just my friends, even with just my friends, I've still made like $90 from friends failing their challenges, which really makes me sad because I didn't want them to fail. But I've more than paid for the transaction fees. Leon, hey, do you have anything to add? Is there anything that I missed?
All right. I just wanted to congratulate you that you made it through all the questions without me, and give a shout out to everybody. Glad to see so many people interested in crypto, and also the interest in Commit Club is making me quite happy that there were so many questions.
Yeah, thank you, everybody, and thanks, Leon, for video chatting in. Cool, guys, thank you so much. Try Commit Club. Thank you.